It's about like 6 in the morning or something like that. I just had the strangest dream. I dreamt that my mother loved me, and I dreamt that she was smiling and happy. She was really friendly to me. I was still being murdered, but there was something about, I think I was going to go over to her house and spend the night. And I was like, well, can you give me a ride back to where I'm at tomorrow? She's like, sure. And she never said she loved me, but I could tell that she did in the dream. But then I woke up and I realized it was just a dream. I know she doesn't love me because, well, what she does and what she says. The last time I seen her, well, like a couple years ago, when I seen her for Christmas, this was, no, this was, I saw her again, but a couple years ago, I think I did, a couple of years ago, when I was at her house for Christmas, I showed up there and she looked kind of shocked that I was there. And I went into the house and she had poisonous gases pumping through her house. And I was like, okay. I'm like, okay, so she wants to kill me too. But I just pretended like everything was okay. And then her behavior got like erratic. It was like probably some kind of classic borderline personality disorder or something. She At one point she put on this, I didn't know she was gonna, I didn't know she put on this personal gassing device, and I was coming out of the bedroom and she walked up real close to me. And I thought that was strange because she never walked up close to me before. And I started to shake and I fell down to my knees and I go, I'm sorry. And I go, I think Mom, I think I'm going to die. And that's when, instead of helping me or anything, she just slowly backed away from me. Like maybe she was conflicted or something. But if she wouldn't have backed away from me, I would have died right then and there. Then later she went out to the front of her trailer and turned up the gases. Every day she turned it up higher and higher and higher until it was as high as it could go. And I could tell she was taking the anti-parasitic pills because her eyes were totally dilated, and that's what it does. I went into the bedroom and I sat on the floor praying. I put a blanket over my head trying to keep the gases from going into my lungs. She came up to me. She kept on trying to yank the blanket off me. She pulled my hair. At one point, she punched me several times in the chest, and I kept on saying, "Why are you punching me? Why are you punching me?" as I was crying. And as I recall, I stayed there till my birthday, and this was like these little bracelet things. She gifted them to me for Christmas, and then she took them back. And then she gifted them to me for my birthday again. And I was in the bedroom, and she came in and slammed them down on the bed and said, "Here's your birthday present," or something like that. And then literally not more than, I'd say, 2 minutes later, she came back in and grabbed it, said, "You don't need it." It surprises me that I've never laid a finger on my mother. She's done so many horrible things to me. But God God tells me not to it's like a sin to do anything, especially to your parents, even though I've kind of wanted to. I had a fantasy of duct taping her to a chair and duct taping her mouth shut just so I could scream at her, because every time I tried to talk to her, every time in my whole life I tried to talk to her, she would just talk over the top of me and yell louder and louder. She would never listen to me, and I just had this fantasy of, all right, bitch, I'm gonna make you listen to me for once. But it was just a thought, a fantasy that I had. I know, I know that she never did love me, but when I had that dream, I kept on thinking, I don't want to wake up. I don't want to wake up, because it was so wonderful. But it was just a dream. I'll be dying soon.